It's been an honor and a blessing to be here. I'm coming as a private corporation, private small business, to tell you about how the national parks drive our business. It is not just driven it is the business. We're 90 to 95% of our attendance comes from the national parks. In particular, Carlsbad Caverns, which is right there, but we have also so many other White Sands Missile, White Sands Monument. We have a tremendous amount of other things to see that when they're there. So the national parks is our business. I didn't start in this business. I was a contractor in New York. I built jails and schools for a living, so I've always been in the accommodations business. They just never wanted to be there. My wife and I, when we got rid of our business in New York, we traveled the country, and we viewed over 100 parks from Cape Cod to Oregon, looking for just the right site, saying that we would never be in the Southwest because it was too hot. We ended up there. It's been a phenomenal business. When we bought the business, we had less than 19,000 visitors a year in our park. Last year, we topped over 50,000, and more than doubling our business and our gross income, and consequently our taxes to the system. So we have a great corporation, a great business. KOA has helped us along the way. The national parks drive so many different things. The gateway communities that everyone has talked about is really the key, but it starts so much further. It starts when they decide to be an RV or to come vacation at a park. It comes from Indiana when they build new RVs, or Detroit when they build new trucks, or the airlines when they come across and sell flights to fly in to rent different RVs across the country. It's just an amazing business to us, and driven by people that want to reunite with the national parks. In a trend of that we've seen in the KOAs is that the grandparents are now taking the grandchildren. We've seen just an unbelievable amount of grandparents with 1 or 2 grandchildren coming across the park, and it's been a great thing to see. We run a high-end park in New Mexico. It is the top park in New Mexico, and there's 12,000 campgrounds in the country of the United States. We're in the top 300, so we run a real high-end park, which people enjoy to be with all the amenities, because the national parks don't offer. I mean, they offer the sites, but they don't have the parks to support the big RVs, which we come into, and many other RV parks in the area. As far as foreign countries in our park last year, we had 17 countries, visitors from 17 countries. But another interesting number is back in 2006 or 7 when we bought the park, the average stay in our park was 2.2. Now it's up to 3.57 days per stay, which means people are coming to enjoy areas in the national parks, across the country. They're not just coming for 5 minutes and then leaving. They're seeing many sites, many particular areas, and they're spending a lot more money across the country to get there and to enjoy the parks once they're there. Like as I said, our community of Carlsbad Caverns had only 430,000 customers last year come in, and it's starting to rise up again. And we believe that with increased roads, better roads, and better advertising, the advertising, I think, personally, is going to be the driving factor to make the national parks attractive to foreign customers and to different people as the baby boomers reach and want a vacation to get back to the roots, to Yellowstone and hopefully Carlsbad Caverns and many different sites all over the country. The other way that we really work with the Gateway as a gateway community is with our Chamber of Commerce, and that's the organization that wanted me to come here. I've been so impressed with our chamber, who meets every Friday. We have a breakfast with our business people, and the national parks are there every week, and along with the state parks. And we converse. We talk about different activities every Friday, and it really does seem to help. We don't when one of us needs a plumber or any kind of a service, we don't go to the white page or the yellow pages. We go to the Chamber of Commerce and find out who's in that area. And the national parks are right there with us. Since they can't advertise, they work very closely with us in our Chamber of Commerce to explain. Last week was a National Free Week for national parks. I believe it was all over the country. And they really promoted that, and in turn telling us, we promoted it with our customers. So it's been a great cooperation, and we enjoy being there, and it's been a great business. I hope I never have to go back to being a contractor again. I really enjoyed this. So thank you for your time and energy, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. That was a great way of describing how the two work together, and that the park people actually go to your chamber meetings is interesting as well. I just wanted to go back to the this you know, what can be tension but can turn into a positive thing, Mr. Bacher, before I turn it over to Senator Lemieux in terms of promoting the park. And just have you had things where you had problems like I know we did back when Voyagers first started out, and have you been able to work them out and then try to look at this as a net gain for everyone if you work them out?
Well, first of all, I only have a 4-year history in Carlsbad, and it has been 100% positive the whole time because the park has been there with their literature. Every time we need literature, they make it available to us, and they have a bat flight that is actually a free item as the bats come in and out at night or in the morning. Sometimes that they allow that. There's really been not a lot of tension that I know of at all between the parks and the private industry and the private citizens of my area in Carlsbad. It's been a positive thing the whole time.
Right. And then you went from 19,000 visitors in 2007 to 50,000 last year, a 30,000 jump. How did you do that?
Well, we've redesigned our park. We do a lot more accommodations. America is traveling less sometimes with an RV. So we put in.
Have you seen the movie RV?
Yes, and
okay, good. Well, now you
not like the movie RV in the desert with the pump station.
Yeah, it sort of made me think of it as
so the industry we see as grandparents and parents, sometimes they don't have that extra $100,000 or $500,000 to buy a rig. They may want to just come in tent, or they may want to come. We have the whole KOA system is going to lodging. We have beautiful wood pine interiors. It just looks like an old log cabin, but they have all the amenities. We have Wi-Fi and flat screen TVs and air conditioning. The whole it's very high tech. We have a restaurant. We smoke. We smoke all our meats. I get up at 5:30 in the morning and start smoking meats, and
wow.
So we try and cater to what the people really want. It's a different. It's a different buyer. It's a different client. There's an app for that. They really want the high-tech stuff. If we didn't have Wi-Fi, they wouldn't come to our park. I mean, they have to have Wi-Fi. They have to have good cellular service. We have to have all that stuff, and that's the new buyer. That the baby boomers are going to last for another 12 to 15 years, and we believe our business will go up. I'm hoping to have 100,000 visitors in another 4 years. That'd be wonderful. It's been so good. We've brought our daughter and son-in-law onto the business because we can't manage it anymore. It's just, we went from 10 employees 4 years ago to 20, and it gets bigger. But Generation X, we don't know. I mean, it's not something that you have to solve today. There's about 15 years before Generation X starts to retire or vacation and spend the money that is being spent now by the baby boomers. And the baby boomers are a huge portion of our business, if not